Yeah, that's crazy that the episode starts off with you sounding like it's a ransom. He was like, yo, take the money or get the PS5. Which one's it gonna be?
Put the money in the bag. Scholars!
Scholars, we back, baby.
Good, baby.
What up?
Excuse me, shout out to all my Hogwarts students.
Oh, Lord.
The Puff, we in the building.
Sean has been repping Hufflepuff since like episode 1. Episode 1.
All my life, they've been trying to keep me down. They can't keep the Puff down.
Nah,
baby.
they can try, but they're not going to, right? This guy is annoying, yo.
The niggas with a Leviosa.
Wingardium Leviosa. What she say? It's Wingardium Leviosa.
Nah, but what's good, Dante? How you feeling?
We here, baby. I'm good. It's another day above the ground. It's a great day to be alive. We getting closer to the end of the year. Goodness gracious, 2023 is about to be a thing of the past. Is wild, but I'm good. You know when we have guests, I don't like to do a long introduction about us because it's not about us. It's not because when it's about us, it's just full of shenanigans. So I'm glad it's not just us. But I'm good. To answer your question, long story short, I'm good, brother. How you feeling? Real quick.
Bro, it just dawned. I know it's crazy because I'm like a week and a half late, but I'm 33, bro. That shit's crazy.
Oh, welcome to the club.
Yeah.
I'm belated.
I appreciate it.
No doubt.
I don't feel like it, though.
It don't never feel like it. To that one day when you wake up like, yo, why my hip just start hurting for no reason?
One of my employees is like,
walking to work and your hamstring just start getting tight. Like, yeah.
one of my employees is like, yeah, how old did you turn? I'm like, 33. Oh, shit. I'm 33. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Listen, I'm not that old, Steve.
Nah, not yet.
But nah.
But yeah, enough about us. Enough about us. We got us another guest. On season 2, we've been having guests out the yin yang. You know what I'm saying? And today's guest is no different. You know, when we have our guests on, we let them introduce themselves. Any drops that you got, we gonna get into it. But I want you to plug everything where they can find you, who you are, let them know what's going on. We gonna get into it.
All right, what's good, y'all? I'm Kase. My website is kaseap.com. My Instagram is Kase2.1. My Twitter is Kase21_. We working.
That's it. We gonna get into it, y'all. We gonna get into it.
Welcome to the madness.
I'm a little exhausted. I ain't gonna hold, but I gotta keep going.
Bro, we all work today. We good, bro.
Listen.
I came in slippers today.
Yeah, I'm glad you put them on screen because if there was a way I could put the camera down on them Jesus sandals, bro, I would. The Jerusalem Forest.
Hey, yo, don't.
He got the mean crossover.
He turned that shit off and just smacked me with it. Yo, bro, because I was tired as hell today, man. I've been driving around all day. I'm like, man, I'm putting some slippers on.
Hey, listen, there ain't nothing wrong with being comfortable.
I usually have my shit, so I usually have some ones or some Yeezys on. I'm like, not today, though.
Yeah, you do be coming on with the freshies. I ain't gonna lie, you do be coming through with the fresh stuff today. But you know what it is? Everybody's entitled to a day where it's like, you know what? I'm chilling. Yeah. I don't gotta put on for nobody today. So I'm chilling.
Like, woo!
Not today.
Not today.
Agreed.
But yeah, Kase, yo, so I know about you. You know what I'm saying? Sean told me you was coming on to the show, and we had a little conversation before the show even started. I'm a man of research. Sean will tell you, like, he tell me something, I'm like, cool, give me 10 minutes and I'll come back with something because research got to get done. So I looked into you, bro, and I want you to tell the people what it is that you do, because I don't like to speak for our guests. We don't want to just say like, hey, here's what they do. We want you to tell the people what it is that you do so they can get to learn from you.
I'm an entrepreneur at the end of the day. Okay. I don't like to label rapper, singer. I feel like I could do it all. So I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman. You know, I got my LLCs. I do handle my business. I do philanthropy. So I do motivational speaking.
Nice.
I'm like a multifaceted person, and I don't want to just box myself in. But my main thing is definitely being an artist. Okay. It's something that I feel like is my destiny. It's something that I feel like, you know, God sent me here to do. Yeah. And I'm just doing it and watching it open up.
I respect that.
That's where I'm at. I
respect that. Because I was watching an interview that you had with somebody else, and you were talking about like the path, like that journey that got you to be the artist. Because you know, some people, they're blessed enough to wake up and be like, you know what? There's nothing for me to worry about. I'm about to just focus on my dream and get it going. You know, and some of us, we got our dreams, but it's like, yeah, you know, we got to keep these lights on, right? Yeah, so,
like, shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't just, some of us can't just wake up and go, you know what? I'm going to switch it off and do whatever the hell I want. You know, so I want to know, like, from you, What got you to get on this journey? Because, you know, like, was it something that just happened overnight? Was it something that was, like, stewing in you for a while? Like, how'd you get to where you know, the trajectory that you're going now?
Yeah, I always loved music.
Okay.
And my theory is the thing you're supposed to be doing in life, you was always doing it, or you was always connected to it. You just didn't realize it. So
I like that.
I feel like life is spiritual. So I personally wanted to do basketball so bad.
Okay.
And I got the call to go. I was at Rider University.
Okay.
I got the call. They called me like I was at Duke or something. They like, how tall are you now? Yeah, we just saw your film. We want you here. I'm like, oh, I'm out. It was D3. But I'm like,
to the league, baby.
We out here.
But I'm like, yo, I get to hoop in college. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I go there right before the season start. I tear 4 ligaments in my ankle.
Damn.
Right. So I'm like, yo, I just worked this whole summer for no reason. The next year happened, I tweaked my back. I could barely walk for like a month. So they like, bro, just manage the team. Like, you still with us. Don't forget, it's D3, so people still trying out. They still got to come up with their roster, and I'm completely inactive. You know what I mean? So it was just a low point. It was a low point in my life, and I'm just like, God, what is going on? Like, I thought this was for me. Why I get this call? Like, I'm Zion or something. You know what I mean? And I just heard it, and I was arguing with the teachers. Like, they like, you better learn this because you're gonna work for somebody one day. And I'm like, what? Like,
what is you talking
my
about?
mind was just boggled at that point in time, and I just heard a voice, which I like to say is God, say, leave school and do music. And my second thought is, if you apply yourself, you could be one of the greatest ever. Clear as day. Call my parents. Yo, after this semester, I'm out, and I never looked back since then. And people were saying, you stupid, you this, you that, you almost done. I was 3 years in.
You know we call those people.
Yeah. You know, I was 3 years in at the time, and I just believed, like, something in me just wanted to keep going, and figure it out. And there was a local artist by the name of Sakella J from where I'm from.
Okay.
And he bought studio time one day, and he like, yo, you don't got to pay for nothing, just try to figure it out. I'm like, bro, I don't want to do music. Like, I still didn't want to do it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I feel like everybody at that point in time was trying to be art. It was like the SoundCloud era. Like everybody wanted to do music, and I wanted to be different. But it turns out I was always different. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I got started. It was a long journey. It started from a low place, and I just feel like life is like a flower, and every year just opens up more and more, and I became more and more. So at first I thought it was rap. Then it was R&B. Then it's like you sell clothes. Now you're an entrepreneur. Now you do philanthropy. Now you do motivational speaking. So it just keeps opening up to me only because I chose to be my authentic self, and because I chose to not manipulate, not lie, not cheat myself to the top. I just worked hard. I didn't compromise anything about myself. You know what I mean? I just stayed me as best as I can. I didn't care about. I didn't want to lie in my music. I just wanted to tell my story. That was it. And I just, in my heart and in my gut, to this day, I still believe that that's the key.
And so it's good that you're not limiting yourself to one avenue. Yeah. Because I see people do that all the time. And to, you know, go branch off the point you made about the SoundCloud era. Yeah. I hear that a lot from people, that since so many people were doing it at that time, it kind of put them in the point to where it was like, I don't want to be grouped in with everybody else. But I will always suggest to people like, nah, fuck that. Because since so many people were doing it, if your shit is different, you're going to stand out that much more. Right. Go for that shit. Yeah. Like, because some of my favorite rappers were SoundCloud rappers, technically. Like, Cudi was, like, people don't give, like, call it that, but Cudi was technically a fucking SoundCloud rapper. Yeah. So I'm like, a lot of the music that I listen to is branched off of that. So I always like you said, you know, you got people telling you like, yeah, don't do that shit. Nah, we talk about that shit every other episode. People like, yo, don't do a podcast, man. Fuck y'all. No, we gonna do this shit.
And y'all been consistent. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons I hit y'all up, because a lot of people don't take what they do serious, and that's something I do. I take what I do serious. You know what I mean? Like, what else is the point? You know what I mean?
Because it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, we could do this for fun, right? Yeah. But like, even my girl knows how serious I take this. Like, we come here, we have fun, we smile. Steve, our boy, Marv, our boy, shout out Bravery Studios. We always come here and have a good time before the show starts. Why? Because they are on the same type of time we on. We here to work, but yo, we can have a good time while we here.
There's been episodes where I've been fucking tore up in here.
Toe up. And that's why Steve laughing, because he know. But it's been fun. And it's like you said, we feel, especially, I think I can speak for Sean a little bit on this. Like when you having fun with what you're doing, it's not work no more.
Right.
Facts.
Like you just having a good time doing what you're doing. That's what we do. So when you hear people say like, oh, nah, don't do that. That's stupid and blah, blah. That's because in their mind, you're supposed to do this. If I say that it's dumb, it's because for my plan for you, you wasn't supposed to do that. Why are you going against the plan?
Or they're just too scared to do it themselves.
Because
that's the real.
Think about it. Think about it. Anytime you hear people say don't do something, it's always the people that don't do something. It's always the people that's not doing nothing to tell you don't do it.
Reflecting on what they feel on the inside.
That's it.
You know what I mean? But at that point in time, I was just leaving college. I wasn't that too deep into anything. You know what I mean? Like I was still
learning who you are, still growing and everything.
And I was at a low space, so I didn't really grasp that. But now we definitely.
Because I was about to say, think about it. Like you got the call, you went to where you were supposed to go. Like you said, God called you and said, "Yo, I want you to go play ball." But see, the only thing is, like, you're not really going there to play. You going there to learn something about yourself. Are you resilient enough, or you going to be like, "Damn, well, guess I can't do this one thing. Guess I'm done for." You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this: in being that it transitioned the way that it did you experience the athlete death?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But I'm so comfortable in it now. I'll be like, I'm retired, bro.
I hear the way you say it. It's like you don't even. There's no emotion behind it. You just telling the story.
It's fine because what I'm doing, like y'all said, it makes me happy. I have fun doing it. I'm in the studio laughing. I'm giving back, touching people. You know, inspiring people. So this is what I was supposed to be doing, and it couldn't be more obvious. You know. And what God revealed to me was that. The NBA is a job, bro. They tell you to report somewhere, you got to be there, and that's not who I am to my core. You know what I mean?
A lot of people don't know that shit. You only like they be like, "Yo, you doing this commercial? You
have to. You signed that contract.
At that time, I didn't have that foresight. I was being selfish about it. Like, why I can't do it? You know what I mean? But now it's like, oh no, this is perfect for me. I go at my own pace. I coast through it. I work as hard as I want. If I don't want to go somewhere, I don't. So I really became my own boss. Just like that, you know?
And that's dope that you say that too, because there's a lot of our viewers, you know, it depends on where you are. Some of them are younger, some of them older, whatever it is. Everybody has a journey that they go on. So like to hear that you was like 3 years in and was like, you know what? Nah, bro, this ain't for me. Like some people would be extremely scared about that. Like, were you scared to not like standing in your tracks fearful, but like, did you feel a little fear while you was making that decision?
Yeah, the fear of the unknown. You don't know, but as time went on, I love it. I love the unknown. You know, I like to take risks now, you know? So, yeah, of course, I was afraid, just like anyone else would be, but something in me just wanted to push through.
Facts.
And the reason why I wanted you to say that is because whoever out there is scared, listen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's always going to be scary. Everything that you don't do right now is going to be scary because you're not ready for it.
Yeah.
Or you think you're not.
Right.
No matter how prepared you get for some things, you really ain't going to be ready until you actually get thrown into it. See what you made of.
My man ain't raised no punk.
Facts. But time has told me that fear, false evidence appearing real. It's not real. You know what I mean? It's you and your own.
No.
I was about to say.
Repeat that. Slow it down. Go ahead.
Slow it down.
There you go.
Well, I need to put this subtitle.
Fear is false evidence appearing real. You know, false evidence appeering real. And it's not real. It's just you in your own head. Like your thoughts.
Fire. I'm about to be using that.
Yeah,
yo,
like,
that's an acronym,
I'm learning
bro.
a lot.
It's no longer a word. It's an acronym, bro. F.E.A.R. Fear. Yes.
Yeah. So it made me. This journey has given me qualities that I feel like we all need. You need to be bold. You need to be unapologetic about what you want to do in life. You know what I mean? Life is so short.
Facts.
It was a kid recently from my hometown who was my age. He just passed away last week from cancer. You know what I mean? So it just put a lot of things into perspective. Like, yo, I'm happy I'm still here, number one, but that I could go hard at what I love to do. Life is short. You know what I mean? I don't even want to go to sleep mad with my girl, with my parents. You know what I mean? Like, my whole perspective.
That's a big one, bro.
Yeah, my whole perspective on everything has changed, bro.
I tell Pooh that every fucking night.
Yo, don't do that.
We'll be fighting. I'll wake up the next morning, and it's not that I'm acting like it didn't happen. I just don't hold on to that energy.
Can't hold on.
And she's like, yo, why do you do that? Because I'm like, I know that I'm going to get over it. Why hold on to it? I could walk outside and get hit by a fucking bus.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, since there's always that chance, I'm not going to hold on to that negative energy. You gotta know that I love you before I leave, even if I want to walk the fuck away from you. You feel me? And it's shit like that too, which got me over the whole athlete death too, because I went through that shit.
Yeah.
Tenfold. Like I went through that shit hard.
Yo.
Because it becomes your identity in a way, you know what I mean? Like,
I remember those years.
And it's funny too, because we went to our high school football game a couple of weeks ago, me and some of my best friends, and we were laughing about it because I remember the last game of my senior year in high school for football. Our coach goes, "Yeah, you guys got to enjoy this moment. Some of you guys in here will never put the pads on again." And I remember
in that moment, you was like, "That ain't me. He ain't talking to me."
I remember looking at one of the dudes next to me like, "Yeah, that's fucked up." He said that.
Yeah, because I wouldn't let him talk to me like that. I tell you that right now.
So the fact that about time, because I graduated high school 2008, which means my senior season was 07. By the time I got the chance to actually try to walk on for William Patterson, it's already fucking 2010. So I'm 3 years removed from playing, but I'm keeping myself in shape. I'm running around. Academics got in the way a little bit, so I had to go the JUCO route.
Yeah.
But I didn't get a chance to ball in JUCO. So now I'm 3 years removed from ever putting the fucking helmet on. No pads, no nothing. But I'm still strong as shit. I got faster. I'm thinking I'm about to go to this D3 school and tear shit up.
Yep.
Coach pulled me in the office like, "Yeah, you've been doing so great in the off-season workouts, but we're going to have to cut you."
So have I really been doing so great?
And it fucked me up because I'm like, don't gas it up and then say I'm going to cut you. He literally was like, "Yeah, you haven't played and you're on the older side of what we're looking for." I was 21. The dude who I was competing with the spot for was 19. So I'm like, yeah.
And it's crazy that 2 years really do make a difference, though. Like, and I'm saying on professional, especially like on professional levels of sport,
especially with football, since it's so physical.
Yeah,
there's a reason why they don't like paying running backs after they turn 30, because your body naturally starts to decline.
It's not gonna heal as quick.
Exactly. So that's why they don't do that shit. But to be told that shit at 21, when I tell you I almost dropped out of school.
And then
I wasn't hitting niggas up. They're like, "Are you good?" I'm like, "Nah."
Yo, that was like he said, that was your identity. You like, yo, bro, I'm a football player.
Facts.
I'm going because
I gained so much weight that
it hit him hard too, because we've been friends for a minute. So he like, I'm talking dreams, aspirations, going to the NFL type stuff. So to hear that, it was like, yo, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm glad that both of y'all brought that up, though, because it was actually a question that I wanted to ask you, Kase. And Sean, you could definitely jump in. Like, when y'all got to those moments, right, of like back against the wall, like, yo, this was all I knew, this is all I wanted to do, what would y'all say is like got y'all mindsets to that? Because especially for you, Kase, I heard a lot in your music, you talk about mindsets. You talk about like making sure you see the bigger picture, making sure you speak life into people. Like, yo, your music is fire. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk these mindsets, and I hear the way that you talk about mindsets, like, why is that so important to you? And like, what do you do to make sure that, yo, it's laser focused, so I got to lock in, forget about this, and do what I need to do?
You know how I say, like, your purpose or the things that you supposed to be doing was always there? I loved Michael Jordan and Kobe. What is their whole thing? They mindset. Kill or be killed. You know what I mean?
That's it.
So it's like that was already in me. I don't know if it's in everybody else. But for me, it's like I got to win no matter what. And I got to put it all on me.
Yeah.
So when I'm in those moments, I'm like, I got to figure it out. It's really no other way around it. I just feel like that's the universe testing me of like, okay, you want to manifest this? Then what happens when I take money away from you? What you going to do? What happens when I take this away from you? What you going to do? Because the goal is to feel what you want the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I manifest in being a superstar, if I lose money, I'm just not gonna feel like a superstar no more. You know what I mean? The goal, the whole thing is the feeling of it. So I try my best to keep the feeling up because with or without these things, I'm still me. You know what I mean? And that's what we don't understand. Like with or without basketball or football, you still you. You still got something you still got value. You still got things to offer the world. So I just keep my mindset in that. Like I still have value. I still have things I could offer, and I ain't gonna lose on the account of nobody, especially not myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, love that. Love that, bro. I love that, man.
I think, since my situation was completely different, not completely different, but like you hadn't got hurt.
Yeah.
I never had it. Thought I did. So it was a realization like you ain't what you thought you was.
Yeah.
I want to say the 2 years removed from that shit happening, I had to go through everything I went through because I was at a point to where, you know, I wasn't the dude who was swimming in bitches, let's call it that. I wasn't that in school. I wasn't putting myself out there like that. I was at a point in my life where all that shit was coming to me. So in my mind, I thought the league was right there with it. Mm-hmm. I was already, you know, getting chicks, all that shit. So I'm like, all right, we about to be right here with it. Yeah. When that fell through, everything else fell off. Once I started to come out of that funk and feel like, you know what? Like you said, I have much more to offer people. Yep. People still rock with me. They love to be around me. My mind, what fueled me to get out of that rut was basically like, yo, the least you could do is just be a positive person around everyone so they can thrive with you and you can kind of feed off that energy. Like, I saw my bros doing so good and what they was doing, even if they didn't feel that way themselves. To me, that's how I felt. I used to tell Dante and them all the time, like, in our friend group, I used to feel like, you know what, man, I got to get on everybody else's level. But it was never a hating thing. You know how some dudes will say that shit and they be hating on them. Yeah. I'm like, nah, man, all my boys getting it. All right, you know what? I'm going to be right there with them. Yep. Let me use that as motivation. And that's what basically happened. And without them realizing, they was helping me just as much as they would probably say I was probably helping them, just, you know, being my silly ass self, coming around, making jokes and shit like that. But I got to a point where I was like, you know what, man, this life is still meant to be lived, even if you don't get what you want out of it. Yeah. And how it helps me now is that I don't feel entitled to shit. Yeah. What's going to happen is going to happen. I'm going to go after the things I want. If they don't happen, I'm not going to allow it to kill me. Yeah. We rocking on this podcast. If this shit don't become the biggest podcast in the world, I'll be a little disappointed, but what can you do? We put a really valid fucking effort towards it.
And remember, we talked about this on past episodes. Yeah. Success is subjective. Because, like, if you want it to be the biggest, what's the biggest mean for us? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a... You know what I'm saying?
Tell about this with the sponsor.
You know what I'm saying?
Sponsored by Harry Potter.
We got Hasbro on deck. We got Pringles. You know what I'm saying? One of the, like I said, like you said, speak it out there, right?
Post cereal.
We got poster, like you said, we got Captain Crunch in them, Kellogg's. We shouting out cereals.
Well, while we shouting out brands, shout out to Rise by Rose.
Yes.
Infused drinks. Shout out to them. We gonna make sure when we share the video, we're gonna have the links for y'all can go purchase that. Shout out to Rise by Rose.
But I wanted to jump into kind of piggyback off what y'all said about mindsets because, bruh, when I tell you that mindset of like, yo, kill or be killed, like, what are you going to do now? What is it like if I'm trying to do something else? Nah, that's real stuff. Because what Sean was saying about like how he didn't feel in those moments like that it was enough or whatever it is, you don't know this, but I was also going through something. And whenever you tell your corny ass jokes, as much as I tell you I hate you, bro, it's those moments where I was like, yeah, at least I got my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it could always be worse.
Seriously.
And in the moments when I hear people say that, I hate it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm one of those, I'm hard-headed and I get emotional. So when I get emotional, sometimes I don't think straight. And I could be real about that. Yeah. So when people say stuff like, yeah, but it could be worse. Yo,
like,
I know it could be worse. However, right now, I'm still pissed off.
My situation,
but after you're removed from it, it's like, nah, it legit could have been worse. Yeah. Like, it legit could have been so much worse, but it wasn't. Why? Because that's part of God's plan. Like, you're supposed to do these things. Like to what Sean said, if this don't become millions upon millions of people following, but we got 100,000 that really rock, yo, that's a success to me. Because, those are people that if we did a pop-up shop, they'd pull up. Yep. Those are people that if we did music, they'd listen just because it's us. You know what I'm saying?
Very well in music because you'll have those artists who aren't big-name artists, but be successful with shit because they got that core fan base that rocks with them no matter what. Who I always speak on, I don't know if you listen to him, is Tech Nine.
Yes.
Tech Nine for years was always one of the highest paid artists in the world, and people couldn't figure it out. It's because he got his core fan base and he make the music and his shit for them.
Yes.
Fuck everybody else. And he says that shit on his tracks.
Yeah.
This is for us, fuck you, strange music. He say that shit all the time. So, like, you gotta be able to know what's for you, what works for you and just rock with that shit.
Yeah.
Right. And what y'all describing, you describing perspective.
Yeah.
And you describing the attitude of gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you have gratitude, you good money. You know what I mean? Because it could be worse, but it's really gratitude. You know what I mean? Like, it's y'all both talking about perspective at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But just how you said Tech Nine does that, that's what I had to change my mindset to.
Yeah.
So I actually just realized today I just sold 1,000 tickets in 4 shows.
That's
fire, yo. Clap it up, bro. That's fire.
Yeah, I just had a show on Sunday, and we was like 20
that up,
short
bro.
of 300 on a Sunday.
That's on a Sunday?
On a Sunday.
Bro, that's a good crowd, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's a good
We had the
crowd,
games
bro.
playing and everything.
That's
and my
a good
guys got
crowd.
smacked, but that's a different story.
Oh, you're a Giants fan? Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
We talk about sports on another episode. Don't worry.
Yeah. But I had to change my mindset because you want to be where Drake and all of these guys are, and that's cool. You still could get there. But what about the people that rock with you now?
Seriously.
So I just started focusing. I'm like, all right, I got like 7,000 plus followers. Let's rock out.
Yeah.
So I started rocking out. I said, let me sell my own album. I sold like almost 150 singles off of that. Like I was selling them by singles.
Okay.
150 singles off that. Then we did a show. 350 people came. The next one, 150 people came. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like it varies, but people are gonna come if you just put the work in.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Because
So-
it's like you said, they gravitate towards the realness. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? My bad, Sean. I ain't mean to cut you off.
You good. So I have 2 things I want to ask you. One, I'll get that out the way. When's your next show?
Probably like February-ish.
February.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a venue yet?
If y'all follow him,
We just wrapped up the last show. So
if
I
y'all
don't
follow
even-
him,
it's
y'all
still
will
in the
find
air.
out where the show gonna be. Though. That's all I'm saying.
And we'll make sure when that shit get in like announced, you let us know. We'll push it out.
Absolutely.
Say less. Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
My second question: what artists inspire you?
Jay-Z,
Okay.
obviously, because he changed the business, man. CEO's mind. That marketing plan was me. Like, okay, ho.
I see
Man,
what
a
you did.
business man. I'm a business
yeah,
man.
exactly. He got a bar for everything.
Yeah.
But
Let me
it's
take care of my
really
business. Damn.
him, Nas. You see how Nas started investing later in his
Yeah.
career. Now he up like 300 M's.
Yeah.
J. Cole, of course.
Yeah.
Just how he stayed himself throughout no matter what
entire
the industry
time.
did.
Yeah.
And even Drake, how he changed the industry.
facts.
He didn't put himself, I'm just a rapper. I'm
Yeah.
just a singer. He like, I'm gonna do Afro beats. I'm gonna say Spanish. I'm gonna do all of that. So
Y'all ain't gonna say
I
y'all
feel
heard
like-
that new R&B. Y'all gonna be like y'all heard that new Drake. That's how that because it's his own category. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
So I feel like in my gut, I feel like I'm a culmination of all of them.
What's up?
And I feel like they was sitting here for me to watch them and to supersede them. So or to get somewhere near it. You know what I mean?
That man Drake's anomaly. I can't even
Anomaly.
talk. Anomaly.
Yeah,
bro, 'cause
100%.
I I was big on Degrassi growing up. So when
He really was though.
yo, let me tell
Wheelchair
you-
Jimmy and all. Yeah,
when,
bro.
when the shit when I
funny as
saw
hell.
him in that Trey Songz video the first time, I'm like,
Replacement girl.
yeah. No, that's a song. But he was in the Wonder Woman video.
Oh yeah.
When they was doing like the POV shot,
Yes, right.
and I'm like, yo, that's
Jimmy.
Jimmy. What the fuck is
Why is
Jimmy
that
doing? So speaking of which, Trey Songz, you missed on a fucking buttload of money because he was supposed to sign with Trey first.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
So, but,
everybody's got their stories
but
about
yo,
fumbling,
it
man.
worked out because I feel like if he would have went that route, it'd
Like
be
we just
probably a
said,
lot
everything
different.
happens the way it's supposed to.
But I remember seeing that shit. I'm like, yo, how they gonna pull this off? Because if he start getting into like real rap the way he was kind of rapping on the show, they're gonna clown him because he was on this soft ass show rapping. So to feel that way then and to see where the fuck he's at now is like, yo,
Night and day.
that shit's crazy to
Yeah.
me. So I'm
Yeah.
like, that, like, bro, and then, like you said, he changed the fucking industry. Because remember, like, you had Ja Rule back in the day where Ja Rule would be singing on songs and shit like that. But most of it was rap, and he wasn't really singing. It was just like
It was melodic.
Yeah.
That's
like,
right.
for Drake to come out singing, you hear that more often now. Rappers who can actually fucking rap, but who can actually sing on the R&B side. Like, you do it.
Yeah.
I'm a big Childish Gambino fan. Gambino, even though he made his little jokes about Drake a couple years ago, he'd be the first one to tell you if Drake didn't blow up the way he did, Gambino wouldn't happen because Gambino started off as one of like a joke rapster. Then he started to get real in the music, and then he started to fuse the singing with the rapping. I'm like, oh, this shit is fire. And he acted just like Drake did. So I'm like, okay.
Yep.
Now you see that more often when motherfuckers are actually doing it all. And they're like quadruple threats. They're not just fucking, I'm this.
Yeah.
I'm that. Like, they're everything, bro. And that's why it's dope that you said that he inspired you. Because I was expecting you to say it, but it's good the way you broke it down. Because I'm like, you know what? That's dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, and it's it's funny that you brought that up because that was something I was gonna ask. Like, because I like your sound, especially when I was listening to Golden Child 2. Make sure y'all stream that. That's on Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music. It's fire. Like, if you like bars, check out Kase Golden Child 2, and I checked out Golden Child 1. Y'all need to check that out.
Dante like that title because he light skinned.
First of all, it's a dope ass album. That's what it is. That's what you need to do. But what I was going to say is yeah. Again, if y'all need to,
Light skin power.
Light skinned boys ain't acting style.
That's the homie. Okay. So the last thing I want us to get out the way before we wrap up everything, if you had to give advice to any artist out there, I'm talking not just because again we don't put ourselves in boxes. I'm also an artist. I'm an actor, so my art is a little different. So like you said, I don't just do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. So what's a word of advice, 60 seconds that you'd give to any artist out there that's watching this pod today?
God first. Stay focused. Stay committed. Don't box yourself in. Like we said, be everything that you could be and have gratitude. You know what I mean? And just work hard. Stay consistent. And think outside the box. Don't never think you stuck. Think outside the box. So, yeah.
Love that.
Those are some of the things I did that got me to this point. You know, I'm an independent artist making thousands off music. Insane. I never even thought that was a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here we are.
And I don't have 1 million followers. You know what I mean? Yet. I don't have the things that people would deem successful, but you can make yourself successful.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And the farther you go, the more doors is gonna open up.
That's it.
So that would be my advice.
That's
if you're
it.
an artist, be an artist. Do everything.
Love that. Now, before we get on up out of here, brother, I need you to tell people where they can find you, where they can find your music, because everything is streaming. Like I said, we gonna big it up because Golden Child 2, like I said, it came out in June. So if you ain't bump it yet, you need to. Make sure you check them out, but go ahead, plug your stuff, and then we gonna get up out of here.
Yeah, I go by the name of Kase once again. Kase 2.1 on Instagram, KaseAP.com. When is this gonna drop? Y'all know?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
It will be out tomorrow.
So I'm doing something. I'm teaming up with a food soup kitchen and other entrepreneurs. If you want to donate, please hit me up. Hit me up if you want to donate. We're giving back to the homeless. This is my 4th year doing it.
Nice.
Last year we was able to give 3,500 items away: hand warmers, gloves, water, whatever you could think of that someone without a home would need. We tried our best to provide it, even at this stage. So that's one thing I want to mention is help with that. If you want to help support.
I need to go on a diet because he said hand warmer and I thought he said ham.
Oh my gosh. And on that note, a ham warmer.
How about that?
I ain't never hear that in my life, bro.
It's not a microwave.
Yo. But yeah, that's Thanksgiving Day. So if y'all want to help donate or help in any way, donate whatever, please let me know.
Absolutely.
Thanksgiving is November 23rd, so make sure, again, y'all know where to follow him, get more information. With that being said, thank you so much, Kase, for joining us, brother. We appreciate you coming through.
Thank you for coming through.
No talent beats, brother. You gonna have to play us out, man.
Bye.
Scholars, we gonna see y'all next time around.
Bye.
Y'all be well, be safe.
Abracadabra.
Wingardium Leviosa. Be safe and be well.
We appreciate you, bro.
Nah.